Good evening, fellow modelers on YouTube. This is Dan Leone in Plastic Model Building 101, building the Tamiya MiG 15 148 scale. In my last video, we unboxed the kit. We talked about different painting references that you can use using books from Squadron, Osprey, and other painting references. So anyway, I just want to tell you what I did so far. I cleaned the parts when I took them out of the box, and it's always highly recommend that you clean the parts from when you take the parts out of the bags, because the main reason why you want to do that is because, well, when the parts are released from the molds, they have a release agent. Prior, when the plastic is injected in the molds, what they do is they spray the molds with a release agent, which is a oil-based or silicone-based product. And then when the parts are cooled and dried, they take the parts out. And then after that, they put the parts and pieces in plastic bags and put all the parts and pieces all together, and they put them in boxes, and then at that it goes to where the kit's gonna go. So anyway, I just want to show you what I've done so far. Now, what I did, when you take the parts out of the box and you run your finger, you're going to sometimes notice there's like a little oil sheen or like a little oily residue on the parts, and that is the mold release agent. And so you always want to wash your parts in a mild soap dish detergent, or you can also get this is called Tester's Plastic Prep. You can get this at any hobby shop. Of course, this is just about out. You can put this in your airbrush and apply it straight. What I do is I put it in a squirt bottle, as you can see. And of course, there's very little bit left, but you know, a little of this goes a long way. So anyway, so that's an option. You know, you just put it in a fine mist and just spray it, and of course you let the parts dry, and it's alcohol based, so it's going to evaporate. I mean, just give it a few minutes and the parts will eventually dry. So also another option you can also do when cleaning parts, you can also get this. This is a mild dish soap. Dawn, you can get this at any grocery store or dollar store. It's very inexpensive. The only drawback is when you wash your parts in a sink, be very careful that the parts don't come off the trees, because, well, when you put, you know, when you take out the drain and the parts go down the drain, well then guess what, you're SOL. So but this is also like also you can also get some plastic wash tubs and whatever, and wash this and mild soap, and then rinse it off, and then let the parts dry overnight. What I also like to do is I like to get the parts and I cover them with I cover them in a glass protectant, like, you know, you put it over like a cake or something like that, and that way you don't get any dust or anything like that. So, because I mean, one little speck of dust can just ruin the paint job. So anyway, Dawn, you can get this at any grocery store or dollar store, or and it's very inexpensive. I mean, I got this one at a supermarket in Houston. it would probably run you about maybe, I mean, there's like different sizes. I mean, the cheapest one you could probably get is maybe like 99 cents or something like that. So anyway, this is a good mild soap detergent. You don't want to use anything too harsh because it can harm the plastic. Like if you use MEK will just eat up the plastic. It'll just chew it up, and it'll just melt it. So you don't want to do that. Now, another thing you can also use is isopropyl alcohol. Basically, this is what this is used with. This is basically what this is. It's isopropyl alcohol. Now, I also want to warn you that this stuff is flammable, and so make sure that, you know, be careful when you're using this, because this stuff is flammable, and also make sure you want to keep this out of reach of children as well too, because they might think it's something sweet to drink. Also, if you have any animals like myself, I have 3 cats. You also want to keep these bottled up. Now, this soap right here, you can, I mean, it's non-toxic, it's non-toxic. It's very safe to use. The only thing is that, you know, when you rinse the parts off, just be very careful when you're washing the parts off. I also apply like a little toothbrush. I apply a little, a toothbrush or electric toothbrush, and just scrub all the parts down really, really well. So anyway, so meantime, my parts are pretty much dry, and as you can see, I mean, I can just rub. I mean, I can sometimes rub my finger, and it'll kind of grip the surface, and that means when the part is squeaky clean, that, when the part squeaks, when your finger squeaks along the part, that means the part is clean. So, and it's there's no oily residue. Now, when you start painting the interior parts, you're going to have a good adhesion to the paint to the surface. It'll have a very good adhesion. So there are a lot of good paints out there. Humbrol, which is it's European, it's water based. Testers makes a good acrylic, and also enamel. Enamel is oil based, and acrylic is water based. Now, I also wanted to show you a recent purchase I made. Oops. Okay, I bought these at Hobbytown, USA. These are great Air War. They come in different paints, different colors, and so forth, and of course for different aircraft. I mean, the RAF has them. They have RAF paint colors, Japanese paint colors, American, anything. And the thing about it is, these paints are water based. They're ready to go. And all you do, you just apply them to your airbrush and just paint away. Now, I would recommend putting like maybe a drop of acrylic paint thinner, 1 drop in the paint bottle, or put it when, just kind of, I mean, even though they're pre-mixed and everything, I always like to put just one drop, just to kind of be safe. And all you do is just, when you shake it, I mean, there's a couple of like little balls inside, like a spray can, and what that's going to do, it's going to mix the paint. So, man, if I can, I know it's some in there, so you just gotta listen for it. Okay, I hear it now. Okay. So, anyway, but that's about it. I also bought a couple of other things I want to show you. I just bought this Panaline accent color. When you get through painting all your cockpit interiors, you want to make it look like it's been well used, because you don't want, I mean, the thing is, you don't want an airplane look like it's brand new. I mean, all fighter planes are going to look all pretty well worn, beat up, and well used. So this is very good to put the grime and everything like in the panel lines and so forth, and soot and so forth. This is a really good product. I've heard nothing but good reviews about this, and it comes in a. I mean, there's a little brush. As you can see, there's a little brush right here, and can't go wrong with that. Anyway. I also want to talk, this is Tamiya thinner, X28 thinner. It's alcohol based for Tamiya paints, and it's alcohol based. You can also use this to thin your paints or clean your airbrush when you're using Tamiya paints. So let's see, last but not least, basic tools. I have here some good, so this is some really good putty. You know, by Squadron. It's really good. It dries really quick. So anyway, we will get the modeling, and the next we'll start our painting. And so anyway, this is Dan Leone, Plastic Model Building 101, building the Tamiya 148 scale MiG 15. All right, happy modeling.